What if the miracles of Jesus weren't supernatural events, but carefully mastered techniques, accessible to anyone who understood the underlying principles? For centuries, these secrets have been whispered in esoteric circles and hidden in plain sight in religious texts. But now, the convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science is creating unprecedented access to the knowledge that shapes reality itself. This journey isn't about debunking faith, it's about seeking a deeper understanding. We're not searching for a single, lost artifact, but rather exploring a lineage of wisdom, a collection of timeless principles echoed across various esoteric traditions. Consider the teachings of Hermeticism, with its emphasis on the power of mentalism and correspondence. Or the mystical insights of Kabbalah, which explores the hidden structure of the universe and the interconnectedness of all things. And let's not forget Gnosticism, which challenges conventional interpretations of Scripture and emphasizes personal spiritual experience. These traditions, while distinct, share common threads that point to a profound understanding of reality, an understanding that may have informed the teachings and actions of Jesus himself. Our goal is to uncover the core principles within these traditions, to sift through the symbolism and allegory, and to identify the fundamental truths that may have empowered Jesus to perform what we call miracles. These principles revolve around the idea that mind and reality are deeply interconnected. It's the understanding that our thoughts, beliefs, and intentions have a direct impact on the world around us. This brings us to foundational concepts like the law of attraction, which suggests that we attract into our lives what we focus on, whether positive or negative. Then there's the principle of mentalism, the idea that all is mind, and that the universe itself is a mental construct. And the law of correspondence, famously summarized as above, so below, which suggests that the same patterns and principles operate on all levels of reality, from the smallest atom to the vastest galaxy. The key here is to recognize that these aren't just abstract philosophical concepts, but potentially powerful tools for understanding and shaping our own experience. What's more, these ancient ideas are finding remarkable resonance with modern science, particularly in the field of quantum physics, which is revealing the strange and mind-bending nature of reality at the subatomic level. We'll explore that connection much later. Now, what does this mean for you? This isn't just about dissecting ancient texts or engaging in intellectual speculation. It's about unlocking your potential. What if you could harness these same principles to create positive change in your own life? What if the power to heal, to manifest, and to transcend limitations wasn't exclusive to a select few, but a potential dormant within all of us? Consider this. If Jesus was able to perform these so-called miracles by understanding and applying universal laws, then perhaps we too can learn to tap into these same laws and create our own miracles, big or small, in our daily lives. The potential impact here is enormous, not just for individual transformation, but for collective awakening. Imagine a world where more and more people are empowered to take control of their reality, to heal themselves, to manifest their dreams, and to live in greater harmony with each other and with the planet. Of course, this interpretation of Jesus and his miracles may be controversial. It may clash with what you've been taught, challenging deeply held beliefs and ingrained assumptions. It's natural to feel skeptical, to experience cognitive dissonance when presented with ideas that contradict your existing worldview. And that's okay. Question everything. This journey is about exploring new perspectives, not destroying existing beliefs. It's about expanding your understanding, not replacing one dogma with another. We are not here to undermine faith, but to offer a different lens through which to view the teachings of Jesus, a lens that emphasizes empowerment, personal experience, and the potential for each of us to awaken to our own divine nature. For instance, consider the miracle of healing the sick. Through the lens of esoteric principles, this could be seen not as a supernatural intervention, but as the application of focused intention and belief to restore balance and harmony within the body. power of the mind to influence physical health is increasingly recognized in modern science, with studies showing the impact of the placebo effect, the role of stress in disease, and the benefits of mindfulness and meditation. Similarly, calming the storm could be interpreted as a demonstration of mastering one's own emotions and aligning with the natural forces of the universe. By understanding the interconnectedness of all things, and by recognizing the power of our thoughts and feelings to shape our reality, we can learn to navigate the storms of life with greater ease and grace. In later sections, we'll take a closer look at these specific examples and others to understand the potential principles at work and analyze why this knowledge may have been actively suppressed throughout history. So, if the miracles weren't supernatural flukes, but demonstrations of universal laws, then what exactly were those laws? We can begin to understand this through Hermeticism, a collection of principles believed to have originated in ancient Egypt and passed down through various esoteric traditions. These principles offer a framework for understanding the nature of reality itself, suggesting that it's far more fluid and malleable than we typically assume. The Hermetic teachings propose 7 core principles. Let's explore them briefly, starting with the understanding that Jesus' miracles were not interruptions of the natural order, but instead arose from an advanced comprehension of the natural order. This section will present the 7 principles, and subsequent sections will explore the miracles through the lens of the principles. First, there's the principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. This implies that everything we experience originates in the realm of thought and consciousness. Your thoughts literally shape your reality. If you constantly think negatively, you'll attract negative experiences. Change your thoughts, change your life. Then there's the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. This suggests that the same patterns and structures exist on all levels of reality, from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The way you handle small problems is reflected in the way you handle big problems. The next is vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. Everything is in constant motion, vibrating at different frequencies. A higher vibration means greater power. Consider polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Opposites are simply 2 extremes of the same thing. You can shift from hate to love if you understand they are on the same spectrum. Rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. There is a natural rhythm to everything, and understanding these cycles allows you to navigate them more effectively. Understand when to push and when to yield. Cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is the result of a prior cause. If you want a different outcome, change the cause. And lastly, gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. These principles aren't about physical sex, but rather represent active and receptive energies that are present in all things. Creation requires both. We'll see in the following sections how Jesus may have wielded these principles to create what many call miracles. Now, let's examine the miracle of healing through the lens of mentalism and correspondence. Imagine Jesus approaching a person afflicted with illness. From a Hermetic perspective, he may have understood that the physical ailment was a manifestation of an imbalance within the individual's consciousness. Perhaps negative thought patterns, unresolved emotions, or limiting beliefs were contributing to the physical condition. Thus, Jesus wasn't just treating the symptoms. He was addressing the root cause by influencing the individual's mental and spiritual state. His words, often spoken with authority and compassion, could have served as powerful affirmations, directly impacting the person's subconscious mind and initiating a shift towards healing. "Your faith has made you well," he might say, directly aligning with the principles of mentalism and correspondence. Consider a modern-day example. A person diagnosed with a serious illness begins a practice of daily meditation, visualizing their body in perfect health. They focus on positive emotions, replacing fear and anxiety with feelings of gratitude and well-being. Over time, they experience a remarkable recovery that defies conventional medical explanations. Could this be an example of mentalism and correspondence in action? Furthermore, studies on the placebo effect offer potential scientific validation. Patients who believe they are receiving a real treatment, even if it's just a sugar pill, often experience genuine physiological improvements. This suggests that our expectations and beliefs can directly influence our physical health, supporting the Hermetic concept of the body as a reflection of the mind. Of course, some might say that these are simply coincidences, or that the illnesses would have resolved themselves naturally. But what if there's more to the story? What if these miracles are actually demonstrations of the power of consciousness to shape reality? Moving on, let's analyze the miracle of calming the storm. This can be interpreted as an example of mastering vibration and polarity. Picture the scene. A raging storm, waves crashing against the boat, the disciples terrified. Jesus, in contrast, remains calm and centered, seemingly unaffected by the chaos around him. From a Hermetic perspective, Jesus may have understood the vibrational nature of reality, that everything, including the storm, is in constant motion, vibrating at a certain frequency. The storm, with its turbulent winds and crashing waves, represented a state of low vibration, characterized by chaos and instability. Jesus, by maintaining his inner peace and composure, demonstrated mastery over his own internal vibrations, effectively raising the vibration of the surrounding environment. He shifted the energy from chaos to harmony, causing the storm to subside. Think about it this way. Negative emotions like fear, anger, and anxiety lower our vibration, making us feel stressed, overwhelmed, and reactive. Positive emotions like joy, gratitude, and love raise our vibration, making us feel peaceful, energized, and resilient. Jesus' calm demeanor amidst the storm wasn't just a display of bravery. It was a demonstration of his ability to control his emotional state and influence the external world through his inner vibration. This miracle extends beyond simply commanding external weather. The storm can also be seen as a metaphor for inner turmoil, for the challenges and crises that we all face in life. In those moments, when we feel overwhelmed by stress, anxiety, or fear, we can learn from Jesus' example and cultivate inner peace by mastering our own vibrations. Here's a practical exercise. When you feel anxiety rising, take a few deep breaths. Inhale slowly, focusing on the sensation of the air entering your body, and exhale slowly, releasing any tension you may be holding. This simple breathing exercise can help to calm your nervous system and shift your vibration from a state of chaos to a state of calm. Reframing the storm as a metaphor for personal challenges allows us to embrace the power of self-mastery. But what happens when our desires clash with the greater good? That brings us to the law of attraction, deeply connected to Jesus' teachings. Remember the saying about faith moving mountains. This reflects the law of attraction, the principle that our beliefs shape our reality and attract experiences that align with our dominant thoughts and feelings. If you consistently believe in abundance, you'll attract opportunities for wealth. If you consistently believe you are worthy of love, you will attract loving relationships. Jesus' statement, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours," is a direct reflection of this law. He wasn't just speaking of material possessions, but also of healing, peace, and spiritual fulfillment. To bring this into focus, here's a template for affirmations you can use, reframing Jesus' core teachings. I'm a channel for divine abundance, and I gratefully receive all that is given to me. Or, I am healed and whole, and I radiate love and compassion to all beings. Or even, I am at peace within myself, and I trust in the wisdom of the universe. By consistently repeating these affirmations, you can reprogram your subconscious mind and align yourself with the outcomes you desire. Understanding this connection reveals your ability to manifest your desires. The law of attraction is related to the hermetic principles of mentalism and vibration because your thoughts, mentalism, dictate your vibrational state. The trick, of course, is maintaining focus and intention. However, this principle also presents a danger. It can easily be misinterpreted as a purely self-centered pursuit. How do we avoid this trap? It's crucial to acknowledge that the law of attraction isn't about selfishly pursuing our desires without regard for others or the greater good. Aligning one's desires with divine will and acting in accordance with universal laws is paramount. This introduces the concept of karma, the principle that our actions create corresponding consequences, both positive and negative. What you put out into the world, you get back. Simply wanting something isn't enough. You must also be willing to put in the effort and act in alignment with your intentions. Furthermore, selfish desires can lead to negative consequences. Consider this scenario. Someone wants infinite wealth, not to improve the world, but to hoard it for themselves, neglecting the needs of others. According to the principle of karma, this selfish desire would ultimately lead to negative consequences, such as isolation, dissatisfaction, and a lack of true fulfillment. However, if that same person wanted infinite wealth, but for the goal of feeding the hungry, clothing the poor, and sheltering the homeless, they might very well find themselves blessed with resources. It's a vital distinction to make. It all serves as a reminder that we are all interconnected. How does all of this intertwine with Jesus' teachings? We can go further. We can also explore potential Gnostic influences on Jesus' teachings, exploring secret teachings and the nature of reality. Gnosticism emphasized personal spiritual experience and direct knowledge of the divine, in contrast to rigid doctrines and institutionalized religion. Some Gnostic texts present the nature of reality as a simulation, the existence of hidden knowledge, and the potential for spiritual liberation. Interestingly, some of the more esoteric interpretations of Jesus' teaching align with Gnostic thought. Consider the Gnostic idea that the material world is an illusion and that true reality lies beyond it. Now consider Jesus' statement, "My kingdom is not of this world." Viewed through the lens of Gnosticism, this might imply that there's a higher order of reality, a more authentic existence that we are not aware of or that we have forgotten. What if our perceived reality is merely a projection, a limited representation of a deeper, more fundamental truth? What if we're living in a kind of dream, and the key to awakening lies in recognizing the illusory nature of our surroundings? The Gnostic Gospels hint at the suppression of these texts. Were they deemed heretical for a reason? Was there a deliberate attempt to conceal certain truths about the nature of reality and the potential for human liberation? If so, what does that mean for us today? To help you experience this for yourself, let's try a practical exercise, a seeing through the illusion meditation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of your body relaxing. Now, bring your attention to your senses. Notice the sounds around you, the temperature of the air on your skin, the subtle sensations within your body. Acknowledge these sensations without judgment, simply observing them as they arise and pass away. Next, begin to question the nature of what you are experiencing. Are these sensations truly real, or are they simply constructs of your mind? Can you be absolutely certain that the world around you is as solid and permanent as it seems? Now, visualize the solidity of the objects around you beginning to melt away. See the walls dissolving, the furniture transforming into liquid light, the entire room becoming fluid and ethereal. Imagine that you are seeing beyond the surface of things, perceiving the underlying energy and vibration that creates the illusion of solidity. As you continue this visualization, connect with your inner self, your own sense of awareness and being. Recognize that you are not limited to your physical body or your thoughts and emotions. You are a consciousness, a spark of the divine, capable of perceiving reality in infinite ways. Stay in this state for as long as you feel comfortable, allowing yourself to explore the boundless possibilities of your own consciousness. Before you end this meditation, it's important to ground yourself. Feel your connection to the earth. Imagine roots growing from your feet into the ground, anchoring you in the present moment. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and take a few more deep breaths. A word of caution: this meditation can be disorienting for some. But what if the suppression of these ideas wasn't just about maintaining religious dogma? What if it was also about controlling access to the very power to shape reality itself? So, what is the ancient book we've been discussing? It's not a single, bound volume hidden away in some forgotten library. The ancient book represents a collection of esoteric principles, Hermeticism, Gnosticism, and similar schools of thought principles that echo throughout various spiritual traditions. It is the wisdom that says mind shapes reality. It's the understanding that everything is interconnected, that our thoughts and actions have consequences far beyond what we can immediately perceive. It's the real miracle of discovering these principles, the keys to unlocking your own inner potential. These principles suggest a universe where mind shapes reality and where each of us holds the potential to influence our experience. The power to calm the storm or to heal from within resides not in magic, but in understanding the fundamental laws of the universe. This understanding allows us to reframe Jesus not as a figure demanding blind faith, but as a master of these universal laws. His miracles, once supernatural events defying explanation, they were demonstrations of these laws in action. He wasn't breaking the rules, he was showing us how the game is really played. The implication is staggering. If Jesus mastered these laws, so can we. This isn't about suddenly walking on water or turning water into wine. It's about mastering ourselves, our thoughts, our emotions, and our intentions. It's about aligning ourselves with the divine will and acting in accordance with universal laws. Think of it like learning to play a musical instrument. It takes practice, dedication, and a willingness to learn the fundamentals. Similarly, mastering these laws requires a commitment to self-discovery, introspection, and conscious action. To honor Christ's teachings and gain practical, real-world experience, master one of the Hermetic laws and apply it to your daily life. But this power, this ability to co-create reality, comes with a profound responsibility. It's not just about passively attracting our desires like some cosmic vending machine. It's about actively shaping our world with intention, compassion, and integrity. It's about aligning our will with the highest good, recognizing that our actions have ripple effects that extend far beyond our individual lives. What kind of world are you choosing to create? Are your intentions aligned with love, peace, and harmony, or with selfishness, greed, and division? The power isn't just for personal gain, it's for helping others. Mother Teresa, for instance, lived a life of service, reflecting the power of God's word through her actions. Her unwavering compassion and dedication to the poor and marginalized transformed countless lives. So, how do we move from ancient wisdom to modern application? How do we create our own miracles in our everyday lives? Start by experimenting with the principles we've discussed. Apply them to everyday situations. Seek to improve your health, relationships, and finances, not through some overnight miracle, but through consistent effort and conscious action. Remember, miracles aren't just grand, extraordinary events. They're also the small, everyday transformations that reflect a shift in consciousness. Master mentalism by observing your thoughts without judgment, recognizing that you are not your thoughts, but the observer of your thoughts. Master correspondence by noticing the patterns in your life, how your inner world reflects your outer world. And master vibration by cultivating positive emotions and releasing negative ones, shifting your energy from chaos to harmony. The key development here is to understand that the power wasn't exclusive to Jesus. It's the power of the universe to shape the world with intention and will. To embrace this understanding, I challenge you to question your assumptions, explore new perspectives, and embark on your own journey of self-discovery. Study ancient texts, meditate, and experiment with with the principles we've discussed. Share your experiences and insights in the comments section, creating a community of like-minded individuals. Study one of the source materials, like the Kybalion, and comment on the most profound lesson you learned. The miracles you seek are not outside of you, but within you. The ancient book is the map, but you are the territory. So go forth, explore, and create your own reality. What is the one area of your life you want to miraculously transform? Thank you for joining me on this journey. We will continue to provide similar content to keep you engaged in this space, to empower you, and to help you question the nature of reality. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more empowering content that will help you unlock your inner potential and transform